How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another plugin review, and in this video we'll be doing Deluxe Menus. So Deluxe Menus basically create your own menus in game. So for example, you could use it for showing just your streamers. You can use it for a new kits menu, for a GUI for kits if you want, and it's really easy, it's really great. So we're just gonna go over the basics of it. So of course I have one here which is /partners, and basically it brings up a menu here, and you can see it basically shows everyone who's on my stream or recording team. And then also if I do, for example, /kits, you can see here that I've made this with Deluxe Menus, so I can see that I've added laws and I've added the names and colors and such. So before I carry on this video, I just want to say that I have my own Minecraft server now. It is heart.vahosting.net if you want to come check it out. Anyway, so let's go straight into the config and I will show you around in the config, so that's mostly where we do things. Okay, so today I'll be working through my FTP, which is, I use FileZilla. But anyway, if you weren't using FTP, go ahead and go into your Minecraft server folder and go in your plugins folder and find Deluxe Menus. And the same with FTP, go in your server plugins and then Deluxe Menus, and here you'll find the config YML. Now the only issue with this is like everything's crammed in one config. Sorry about that, it's on my second screen. So you see here, this is basically just everything. Well, I'd like never read any of this, but because I sort of just got it anyway. So if I scroll down here, you'll actually see some of the stuff that I've added. So as you can see, I have warps as well. So if I do /warps, you can actually see that I've created this as well. As you can see here, I have some sort of template, and what I do each time is I just copy these. So you basically have up here GUI menus, and then you have warps, for example. So that doesn't really matter what that is. I've just called it warps because that's what it is. The menu title is basically this part here. If I do /warps, you can see here this is the menu title up here. So you can change that with color codes. You have the open command, so basically what command they have to do to actually get into this GUI. You have the size, so it goes up in nines, so 9, 18, 27, etc. You have the open requirements, you have the permission, it needs to has permission, and this permission here, so we can change that if you want. So I have menu.warps, and I don't know, you could have it, I don't know, just warps dot whatever your server name, you can have it whatever you want. And then you have the deny command if they don't have permission. Well, I didn't really need to change that because everyone has permission to that. And then below that you have the items, so here, these are the items here. So you can see here number 1 is bed. So if you look again here, you can see that the first one isn't actually the bed, but that doesn't really matter. Just make sure that this is 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way down, and then here you have the slots. So basically you have the material, which can be the like the name, or it can be the ID. And if you have a ID like for example 111:11, for example, you need to actually put in the first part here. So so for example, you have to do 111, and then below that you have to put data, and then 111 again. Say if it's like that, I'm just doing that as an example. So anything that like before the colon goes in material, and the bit that goes after the colon on the Minecraft ID's website goes in the data. So you have to go ahead and insert a new line there. I'll just change this back, and then here you have what slot it's in. So in here it's actually in slot 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, here you can see that it is actually 5, but the way that this works, it actually goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first one's always 0 for some reason. So just keep that in mind. Don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. And then you have the display name of the item. So when you hover over it, it says home. And then here you have the what the lore is, so go home. You have the left click command. So here it says that the player basically does /home when they open this. And then the right click command, so you can make it do the exact same thing, or you can make it do a different command if you want, and you can also make it so it closes the menu, or if you don't want it to close the menu, you can delete that and it'll keep it open. So I've just basically done that for every single one here, so RTP/spawn, warp nether, etc, etc. And here I have the kits, so I've done the exact same thing, 27, the size is 27, it's pretty much all the exact same here. So when we come down to the partners here, you can see that this is the material. So if you want a specific player's head, you can do head and then, I don't know what those are called, but the colon with a comma, and then you put the player's name afterwards, and that'll put their head in. So as you can see, this is the actual partners menu here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is copy this, and I'll teach you how to create one yourself. So just go ahead and copy the example one that you already have and paste it in. So as you can see here, we have partners again twice. So if we change this to whatever you want, so we'll just do test, and underneath that you have the menu title. So you also want to do let's just say test again, test menu, and then you have the open command. So what command do they do to open this menu? And we'll say test. And then you have the size of the menu, which is 9, so that's just one long row. You have need permission, so menu.partners, that's required. And then you basically have the customization option here. So I'm just going to delete this and just do 1 to show you. So this is item 1, but when you do actually copy this, make sure, because what I do is I copy it like this and then paste it in. Make sure you change this to 2 and also change the slot as well, otherwise it might get a bit messed up. So, as you can see here, we're going to go ahead and change the material of this. So we're going to change this to dirt, just for example. And then we're going to have it in slot 4. And we'll also change the display name of the item to test again. Okay, so you have here, this is the lore, so you can make the lore like pretty big, but I don't suggest making it too wide, otherwise it'll go off some people's screens. So basically what you want to do is whatever you want it to say, really. So if I delete this, I'm just going to make a simple one. So we can do this is a test menu, like this. And that is just the only lore. So if you wanted to add like a space with like nothing in, you would do just that, and then you would say another color code, hello, and then close that. And then you have the left click command, so what command it does when they left click it. So you don't just have player, you also have message. There's a whole bunch of things that you can actually change this to. I'll actually put a photo on screen right now of all the things you can do, and I'll also leave a link down below in the description. Anyway, so for this one, we're actually going to make a player do a command. So if we go ahead and delete this, and what we can go ahead and do now is basically add the command. So you don't add the slash in. So for example, just for example, I'm going to do cspy, which is my command spy, which will turn it on and off. And then also you can make it close the menu after you click it or not, and also the same with right click, so you can make right click do something as well. So that's pretty much it. Just make sure that whoever, I need to change this. Pretty much, if you want them to access this menu, you have to give them menu.test or whatever permission you set it to for them to actually access this. Once you finish, you want to go ahead and save that, and go ahead. Go on your Minecraft server now. Wait until it comes through, and then if we actually go ahead and do /dm reload, you can actually see, if I do /test, you can now see that we have the testing that we actually added in the test menu, and if we click on that, you can see that it's disabled my command spy. So basically I can turn that on and off now just using this block, which is really useful, this menu, if you have a kits plugin which doesn't have its own GUI, or you want to add your own warps menu. I really do suggest this plugin if you're looking to create your own GUI, because it's very simple, but the only issue with this plugin is that the config gets quite crowded if you have a lot of sort of GUIs that you want. It's not like, because I know like my command, for example, like they have like different files instead of it having it all in one command, but this is a really good plugin. It's very easy to set up and simple. This plugin supports 1.8 to 1.12, This plugin also needs placeholder API. The permissions, we have Deluxe Menus.admin, which is basically the admin commands. We have Deluxe Menus.open, open a menu with DM open in the menu name. So basically you can do /DM open test. So for some reason it allows you to do it that way as well. You have Deluxe Menus open others, so you can make other players open the menu. You have Deluxe Menus.open.bypass. In an attempt to open a menu for a viewer, regardless if the viewer has permission for the menu. So even if they don't have permission, they can still open it. You have Deluxe Menus.menu.star, which permissions to all menus, and you have permissions. Deluxe Menus.open requirement.bypass.star, which is basically just bypassing everything, but I'll leave all those again in the description. This plugin pretty much has 5 stars altogether. It's a really great plugin. Just make sure that you have a placeholder API, and that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do leave a like if you did enjoy. Make sure to check out my server, heart.vahosting.net, and hopefully I'll see you on there. I've got a whole bunch of cool stuff. It's a survival server. We have crates, we have ranks, we have plots for survival, we have land claiming. We have so much stuff, and I've been working on this server so hard, and we get about 10 players a day, and I'm trying to actually boost that up. So I hope this actually grabs some attention from some players out there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.